Claude versus ChatGPT, which AI is actually better in 2024? Hook, the real comparison you need. ChatGPT is actually the worst choice for most people right now. I know that sounds crazy because everyone uses it, but after testing both AI assistants on 10 real productivity tasks, writing, coding, analysis, research, one completely dominated. And here's the kicker, it's not the one with 200 million users. I spent 3 days comparing their outputs side by side, and the results might completely change which AI you're actually using. Okay, now that I have your attention, let me be real with you. Claude beat ChatGPT on 6 out of 10 tasks. But ChatGPT absolutely destroyed Claude on the other 4. There is no clear winner. And anyone who tells you otherwise is selling you something. So today, I'm breaking down pricing, speed, actual output quality, and the best use cases for each. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one you should be paying for. And here's the twist, when it comes to the question of Claude versus Chat, which is better, the answer depends entirely on what you're actually doing with it. So stick around. Why this comparison matters right now. Here's why you should care about this right now. Most of you are wasting money on the wrong subscription. Or worse, you're paying for both and barely using one of them. Quick stat for you. Roughly 60% of power users are paying for both ChatGPT Plus and Claude Pro. That's $40 a month. And most of them couldn't tell you why they need both. Now here's what actually changed in 2024. Claude now offers a 200,000 token context window. ChatGPT 4 sits at around 128,000. What does that mean in plain English? Claude can process roughly 150,000 words in a single conversation. That's an entire book. ChatGPT handles about 100,000. If you're a creator, a researcher, or a developer working with massive documents, the difference is enormous. But if you're writing tweets and brainstorming video ideas? It literally doesn't matter. Context only matters if you actually use it. Speed and performance head-to-head. Alright, let's get into the actual tests. Same prompt, same complexity, both running on their latest models. I asked both to write a 500-word marketing analysis for a fictional SaaS product. ChatGPT 4 came back in 14 seconds. Claude 3.5 Sonnet? 22 seconds. That's a consistent pattern I saw across every test. ChatGPT is just faster at generating initial responses. But, and this is important, Claude's slower response time isn't a weakness. It's thinking harder. On complex, multi-step prompts, Claude's first answer was right more often. ChatGPT gave me faster answers that I had to revise more. So what does this mean practically? If you're on a live client call and need a quick answer, ChatGPT wins. If you're batching content on a Sunday afternoon and want fewer rewrites, Claude wins. But here's the thing, the better tool for you might actually cost you less money than you're spending now. Pricing breakdown. Both are $20 a month for their pro tiers. But token for token, Claude gives you more processing per dollar because of that bigger context window. If you're constantly hitting usage caps on ChatGPT, Claude might actually save you time and frustration. Writing quality, the honest breakdown. This is where it gets really interesting. I tested both on 4 types of writing. A long-form blog post. A short fiction piece. Technical documentation. And sales copy. For the long-form blog post, Claude won. It wasn't even close. I asked for a 3,000-word guide on productivity systems, and Claude maintained a consistent tone, logical structure, and coherent argument from start to finish. ChatGPT's version started strong but got repetitive around the 1,500-word mark. It started looping on the same ideas with different phrasing. For creative fiction, ChatGPT actually surprised me. It was more playful, more willing to take risks with language. Claude writes beautifully, but it plays it safe. If you want weird, unexpected, creative sparks, ChatGPT is your tool. Technical documentation? Claude. By a mile. It's precise, structured, and doesn't hallucinate details as often. Sales copy? This one's a tie. Both were good. ChatGPT was punchier. Claude was more persuasive. Depends on your style. And this is the part nobody mentions when they compare these tools. Claude is dramatically better at maintaining quality across 50+ pages. If you're writing anything long, Claude's context window and coherence give it a massive edge. Coding and technical tasks, the biggest differentiator. Okay, developers, this section is for you. And honestly, this is where I saw the biggest gap between the two. I tested 3 things: debugging broken code, refactoring messy code, and explaining complex code to a junior developer. Debugging? Both found the bug. But Claude explained why it was a bug and what principle it violated. ChatGPT just fixed it and moved on. If you're learning, Claude is the better teacher. Refactoring? Claude handled a 2,000-line codebase and suggested architectural improvements. ChatGPT worked better on smaller files, quick, targeted fixes. Code explanation? Claude wins again. Its explanations are clearer, more structured, and more accurate. Here's a data point that surprised me. GitHub Copilot runs on GPT-4. But go on any developer forum right now and you'll see a growing number of senior engineers who prefer Claude for system design and architecture decisions. ChatGPT is the fast hammer. Claude is the blueprint. Wait, before you cancel one of your subscriptions, there's a specific use case where you'll actually want both. If you prototype in ChatGPT and then review and refine in Claude, you get the best of both worlds. Bonus, the hidden feature nobody talks about. Alright, here's the thing that genuinely changed my workflow. Claude can process entire PDFs, full books, and massive codebases in a single prompt. I dropped a 100-page market research report into Claude and asked it 10 specific questions. It nailed every single one with page references. ChatGPT has file upload too, but it struggles with documents over 40 or 50 pages. It summarizes instead of actually analyzing. Claude reads the document. ChatGPT schemes it. Now, ChatGPT has something Claude doesn't: custom GPTs. You can build specialized mini-apps inside ChatGPT. That's genuinely powerful. But honestly, most people build one, use it twice, and forget about it. The ecosystem is cool in theory but messy in practice. For pure research and document analysis, Claude is the clear winner right now. Which one should you use? Decision framework. Okay, decision time. Here's my honest framework. If you do long-form content, complex writing, or heavy research, get Claude Pro. It's built for deep work. If you do fast drafts, brainstorming, creative ideation, ChatGPT Plus is your move. It's faster, more creative, and more fun to riff with. If you code, use Claude for architecture and system design. Use ChatGPT for quick scripts and debugging. Seriously, this combo is unbeatable. Now, budget reality. If you can only afford one, here's my honest take. For 80% of people, ChatGPT Plus is still the safest choice. It does everything reasonably well. Claude is the specialist, incredible at what it's great at, but narrower. If you're pairing either of these with other tools, I personally use Jasper AI for ad copy, Notion for organizing all my AI outputs, and Canva for turning research into visuals. I've linked all of those in the description along with ChatGPT Plus and Claude Pro. Using those links supports the channel and gets you the best available pricing. No pressure at all, just there if you want them. Outro. So let's bring it home. Claude versus ChatGPT isn't about crowning a winner. It's about fit. Your workflow, your budget, your tasks. If this helped you figure out which tool to actually invest in, smash that like button. It genuinely helps this video reach more people. Subscribe if you want more AI tool breakdowns and productivity strategies. I've got a deep dive on AI coding assistants coming next week. And drop a comment below, which tool are you going to try first based on this video? I read every single comment, and I'll reply to as many as I can. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.